Hi, my name is Roger Schluter. This video is actually about loans for exporters, and it's actually international loans. Most U.S. banks view loans for exporters as risky, and this can make it harder to get loans for things like day-to-day operations, advance orders with suppliers, and debt refinancing. And that's why SBA created programs to make it easier for U.S. small businesses to get export loans. Now, they really don't care about import loans. They really want to export more. The feds do anyway. So that's why everything's based on really export. SBA has three core 7A international trade finance programs that support small business exporters and export transactions. The first one is really Export Express Loan Program. And really, it's a streamlined method to get an SBA financing for loans and lines of credit up to $500,000. Lenders use their own credit decision process and their own loan documentation. Lenders can get training on this program by SBA. SBA responds to these applications within 24 hours, and that's huge. SBA doesn't respond to any other loan that I know of within 24 hours. There might be one somewhere. Anyway, the max loan amount is $500,000. The max SBA guarantee is 90% for loans of $350,000 or less, and then 75% for loans more than $350,000. The interest is negotiated interest rate, but may not exceed SBA maximum interest rates, and that would be that prime plus 2.75. The eligibility and credit decision is really made by the lender. And then revolving lines of credit may not exceed 7 years. Most banks don't even like doing lines of credit for over a year, so that's not going to be a problem. SBA response time, like I said, is 24 hours. The forms, the lender uses their own forms, except for they do use the SBA Form 1919, and that's really for borrower information. And that's one of the forms they also use in the SBA guarantee, the 7A loan program. Collateral, the lender sets the collateral policies and procedures. So you can see this is pretty good, but you got to remember it is, it's only up to $500,000, but it's a heck of a deal. I mean, it's streamlined. They get back to the bank within 24 hours. It's really a good program. The actual second one, the second program for exports is the Export Working Capital. And for businesses that can generate export sales and need additional working capital to expand these sales, lenders review and approve applications and submit to SBA. They submit it to the Export Assistance Center. The max loan is $5 million. That's huge. The max guarantee is 90%. The interest is a negotiated interest rate, and actually there is no SBA maximum interest rate, which is really good for the banks. And I think that the actual, the prime plus 2.75 is really a pretty high interest rate. But sometimes, if a bank thinks, sometimes if you're making money and you don't really care what the interest rate is, they can charge whatever they want. Sometimes you just have to get the credit to be able to do the deals and to be able to make money. So anyway, the actual eligibility and credit decision is really made by SBA. Revolving lines of credit, 12 months or less, and this fits in well with the bank. SBA turnaround time is 5 to 10 business days. And the SBA does want the banks to use the Form 1920. And the 1920 is actually the lender form that they use for the SBA 7A guarantees. The collateral, export-related inventory and receivables generated by export sales with EWPC funds, and that's this loan program. SBA also requires personal guarantees of any 20% owner. So anyway, number 3 is their international trade loans. Long-term financing for businesses that are expanding with growing sales or need to modernize to meet foreign competition. Banks can use international trade loans for fixed assets or working capital. The max loan is up to $5 million. The max guarantee is 90%, which is good for the bank. Interest rate, borrowers can negotiate, but this loan cannot exceed SBA maximum interest rate, which would be the prime plus the 2.75. And that'd be for most loans. Eligibility and credit is made by SBA, so SBA decides on whether they're going to do the loan or not. And then the loan maturity is 10 years for permanent working capital or for machinery and equipment, or the useful life of the equipment. And the useful life of the equipment is not to exceed 15 years. And then they'll do up to 25 years for real estate. The SBA turnaround time on this program is 5 to 10 business days. So anyway, that's the 3 SBA export programs. And if you are a small business who wants to export, these programs would be great for you. They do work out well, and banks would be more willing to do loans for exporters using these programs. If you like this kind of content, this business content, loan content, please subscribe and ring the bell for future notifications of when new videos come out. And then really, if you take anything away from this, if you learn anything, I hope you hit the like button. And anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate it. My name is Roger Schlueter, and I will see you in the next video.